update you, summer friends. I thought of it is the correct time for me to come out to give some dumb advice to people who are really shown interest in Buddhist teachings to be used in crisis. The whole world is really frightened with this coronavirus, COVID-19. It is quite a mystery virus and highly infectious. Once infected, any person becomes a cluster bomb ever made, probably with the highest technology. But this is the technology with human cells, human organisms. So, once infected, you become a virus-producing factory that you can cause many thousands of people sick and also die with the disease.
According to published and reported figures, if not contained, it can make 7.8 billion world population into a overcrowded domestic hospital. And it had costed already 3 trillion.
So we have in our hands prevention, controlling and treating. Controlling means everything must be kept under the maximum limits. What do you mean by maximum limits? Any country, whether rich or poor, has its own maximum limit of capability. The facilities of hospital and the staff and medicine and also especially ICU facilities and quarantine facilities. If the situation goes over this maximum limit, then the government or the medical staff or the forces, they come to a position where they cannot make the situation control. Then the problem starts. We all know that there is no vaccine or correct medicine has been produced, invented to go against this virus. In a case like this, the responsibility falls into everybody's hands, including you and me, and especially our children, in self-preserving ourselves and also not to get infected and not to infect others. That's very important.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Following the advice of the professionals, the medical professionals, we're taking care firstly of ourselves. But by taking care of ourselves, we're also taking care of others. We are protecting ourselves from picking up the virus, and by avoiding the virus ourselves, we protect others because we don't become a channel, a vector for spreading the virus to others. So it might seem that taking care of ourselves is an act of selfishness, but actually this is a true act of compassion. a way to protect others. And there's a sutta spoken by the Buddha which illustrates this. In this sutta, it occurs in the Satipatthana Samyutta. The Buddha relates a story of two acrobats who come to a town. One is the master, the other is the disciple. And so they come to the town and they set up the pole, the acrobatic pole, and then the master says to his disciple, "Climb on my shoulders." The disciple climbs up on his shoulders. Then the master says, "You protect me, and I will protect you." And in that way, protecting each other, we can perform our feats. We'll get down safely from the pole, and we'll make some money. But the disciple says to the master, "Master, that's not the right way to do it. Rather, you protect yourself. I will protect myself. And when we are each protecting ourselves, then we will be safe and secure. In that way, we can perform our feats, all get down safely, and we will make our living." And then the Buddha said, the advice given by the disciple, that is the correct way to perform the acrobatic feat. And so the Buddha, applying this to our everyday life, he says, in the same way, protect yourself, and by protecting yourself, you'll also protect others. And by protecting others, you'll also protect yourself. And so by taking care of ourselves properly, we'll protect our family, members of our community, members of our city or town, and people throughout the country.
Whatever the knowledge you have or opinion you have about this coronavirus and this disaster, we all need to listen. Listen to the government, listen to the medical professionals, listen to the media, and listen to the forces. And more than everything, it is an essential factor that we need to be very honest to ourselves. What happens once you are infected with corona? Well, it majorly harms your respiratory system. Everybody knows about this. That situation is called pneumonia condition. It can be deadly. I mean, it's something like the virus creates fluid filled in your lungs, blocking the transfer of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the system, and creating lots of problems that the doctors cannot handle. Well, it's something like somebody is strangling you with both hands, or forcibly put your head under water. In brief, I would say it is total suffocation. If you just want to demonstrate this for yourself, block your nose or arm like this and stay a few seconds. How you feel is how a sick person would feel when he's really in the critical condition. Prevention and isolation, and strictly adhering to the instruction, guidelines and advice given by authorities is very, very important at this moment. And secondly, we have to give high regards to our natural resistance of the body. We call it immune system. Their opinions and ideas never prove to be truthful. explaining how to improve or how to boost our immune system. 2600 years ago, the Buddha, he explained what is immune system of a human body and how we can empower it.
හොඳයි සියලු දෙනාටම තෙරුවන් සරණයි. අද අපි සාකච්ඡා කරන්න අදහස් කරේ මේ බුදුදහම තුලින් මේ බෞද්ධ හැම දෙනාටම විශේෂ පණිවිඩයක් දෙන්න සිස්සතන් වලට මේ මනුස්ස ශරීරය තුල ප්‍රතිශක්තිකරණය දියුණු කර ගැනීමෙන් ඒ තුලින් අපේ කය සුවපත් කරගන්නේ රෝග පීඩා දුරු කරගන්නේ ඒ රෝග පීඩාවල් වලට ඔරොත්තු දෙන මානසික මට්ටමක් කොහොමද හදාගන්නේ කියන කාරණාව පිළිබඳව බුදුරජාණන් වහන්සේගේ දේශනාව අනුව කොහොමද විග්‍රහ කරලා තියෙන්නේ කියන කාරණාව පිළිබඳව. ඉතින් අපි දන්නවා මේ මනුස්ස ශරීරයක් සකස් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ ප්‍රධාන ප්‍රත්‍ය හතරකින් හා රූප කොටස් හතරකින්. කර්ම, චිත්ත, ඍතු, ආහාර කියන ඔය ප්‍රත්‍ය හතරෙන් උපද්දවන රූප තමයි මේ සත්ව సంతාන හැම සත්වයකගේ సంతානයක් තුලම පවතින්නේ. ඒතකොට කර්මයෙන් උපදින රූප ටිකක් තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම සිතින් උපද්දවන රූප ටිකක් තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම ඍතුවෙන් උපද්දවන රූප ටිකක් තියෙනවා. ආහාරයෙන් උපද්දවන රූප කොටස් ටිකක් තියෙනවා. ඔය කොටස් හතරෙන් උපද්දවපු රූප සියල්ලටම තමයි මනුස්ස ශරීරයක් හෝ සත්ව ශරීරයක් කියලා කියන්නේ. එතකොට අපි දන්නවා මේ කර්මයෙන් රූප උපද්දවන්නේ කොහොමද? සිතින් රූප උපද්දවන්නේ කොහොමද? ආහාරයෙන් රූප උපද්දවන්නේ කොහොමද? ඒ වගේම ඍතුවෙන් රූප උපද්දවන්නේ කොහොමද කියන එක. අපි දන්නවා මේ මිනිස්සය වශයෙන් හැමෝම එක්කෙනෙක් මිනිස්සයෝ වශයෙන් හැමෝම එකක් වුණාට මේ මිනිස්යන්ගේ තියෙනවා විවිධත්වයක්, නානත්වයක්. ඇතැම් මිනිස්සු බොහෝම ලස්සන ස්වරූපී අය, ඇතැම් අය විරූපී, බලන්න පවා අකමැති අය. මෙන්න මෙතන තියෙන්නේ කර්මය. එතකොට අපි උපද්දවපු කර්ම චේතනාවට අනුව රූප උපද්දවනවා. ඒක අපිට හොඳට පැහැදිලි මේ කර්මේ නානත්වයේ මත සත්වයාගේ නානත්වය සිදු වෙන බව. ඒ වගේම මේ සිතින් චිත්තජ රූප උපද්දවනවා කියන එක කොහොමද වෙන්නේ? බොහෝ අයට මේ හිතෙන් රූප උපද්දවනවා කියන එක තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා මේ සිතින් රූප උපද්දවනවා කියලා කියන්නේ දැන් සමහරවිට අපි උදාහරණයක් වශයෙන් කිව්වොත් මේක තේරෙයි. අපිට බොහෝ විට දුකක් ඇති වුනහම කඳුළු වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම සමහර විට බයක් ඇති වුනහම දාඩිය දානවා. මෙන්න මේවා තමයි අර තමන් තුළ ඇතිවෙන මේ දුක, කනගාටුව, බය වගේ මේ හිතේ ඇතිවෙන ස්වභාවයත් එක්ක මේ රූප උපද්දවන බව අපිට තේරෙනවා. ඒ වගේම කෙනෙකුට තරහ ගියාම තමන්ගේ ශරීරය වෙනස් වෙන බව. මෙන්න මේ වගේ තමන්ටම ඔප්පු වෙනවා මේ සිතේ චේතනාව අනුව මේ කය වෙනස් වෙන බව හා රූප උපද්දවන බව. ඊළඟ ඍතුවෙන් රූප උපද්දවනවා කියන එක කොහොමද? මේ බාහිර ඍතුව වෙනස් වීම නිසා අපි අධික සීතල නිසා සමහර සත්වෝ මරණයට පවාපත් වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම අධික උණුසුම කියන මේ දෙක උෂ්ණ සීතල කියන එක තමයි ඍතුව කියලා කියන්නේ. එතකොට මේ නිසා මේ සත්වයන්ට මේක බලපාන බව අපිට ප්‍රායෝගිකව පේනවා. ඒ වගේම ආහාරය කියන කාරණාව තුළ හොඳ ආහාර හා පෝෂණයෙන් යුක්ත ආහාර නිසා සත්ව ශරීරයක් නිරෝගීමත් වෙන බව හා පෝෂණයෙන් අඩු ආහාර නිසා ඒ සත්වයෝ ලෙඩ වෙන බව, රෝග බහුල වෙන බව අපි අත්දැකීමෙන් දන්නවා. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා කෙනෙකුට තමන්ටම විශ්වාස කරන්න පුළුවන් කාරණාවක් තමයි මේ කියන කර්මය, සිත, ඍතුව, ආහාර කියන කාරණා ටික කෙනෙක්ගේ ජීවිතයට, රූපයට බලපාන බව. එතකොට මේ අනුව හොඳ කර්මයක් නිසා යහපත් උපදි සම්පත්තියක් යහපත් ජීවිතයක් ලැබෙනවා. දැන් අකුසල කර්මයක් නිසා කවදාවත් මනුෂ්‍ය උප්පත්තියක් දේව උප්පත්තියක් ගෙනත් දෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ වගේම කුසල කර්මයක් නිසා තමයි මිනිස්සෙක් හෝ දෙවියෙක් හෝ වෙන්නේ. එතකොට කර්මයේ තියෙන මේ කුසල කර්මය හා අකුසල කර්මයේ මත උපද්දවන මේ සත්වයන්ගේ රූපය වෙනස් බව අපිට තේරෙනවා. ඒ වගේම තමයි හිත වෙනස් වීම නිසා බුදුරජාණන් වහන්සේ දේශනා කරපු ආකාරයට මිනිසුන්ගේ සිත් සතන් දූෂණය වීම නිසා සෝභාදාම විකෘති වෙනවා, ආහාර පාන විකෘති වෙනවා. ඒ වගේ මිනිසුන්ගේ ලෙඩ රෝග බහුල වෙන බව, මිනිසු දුස්සීල වීම නිසා මේ සෝභාදාම හා සත්වයන්ට ලෙඩ දුක් බහුල වෙන බව කියන එක අපිටම මේ ධර්මානුකූලව හිතා ගන්න පුළුවන් කාරණාවක්. ඉතින් අන්න ඒ නිසා ඒ වගේ මේ ඍතුව ආහාර කියන එකත් අන්න ඒ වගේම බලපානවා. දැන් ඔබට අදහසක් ගන්න පුළුවන් මේ කියන කර්ම චිත්ත ඍතු ආහාර කියන එක ඒකාන්තයෙන් මිනිස්සෙක්ගේ ශරීරයට ඒකාන්තයෙන් බලපානවා. ඒක යහපත් හෝ අයහපත් වෙන්න කියන එක. ඉතින් අන්න ඒ නිසා දැන් අපිට පුළුවන් මේ ඇති වෙලා තියෙන විවසන තත්වයක් එක්ක අපි කොහොමද අපේ ශරීරයේ ප්‍රතිශක්තිකරණය ඇති කරගන්නේ අපේ චිත්තජ රූප උපද්දවාගෙන කියන එක. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා මේ සිතින් රූප උපද්දවන බව දැන් ඔබට පැහැදිලි.
Here we need to have a new mindset. That means we need to rearrange or reset our thinking patterns. And these changes are generally very difficult in our life. But they are possible. It has become very important and essential at a junction like this during a crisis. And the first point is to calm our mind down. You all know and already have experience of calming the mind down through mindfulness meditation. So meditation is the remedy. And also by doing this, what we are going to make sure is that, a good morality is always there in our mind. What we can do is to start meditation. And maybe 5 minutes to 50 minutes a day, maybe once or a few times. With the calm mind, we can investigate what immoral activities are going on in the mind. Something like fear, restlessness, anxiety, stress, hopelessness, and sometimes anger. Also, we need to look for the root causes of those emotions. For example, why we are feared. In fact, most of us are not yet sick, not yet affected. You may think that, you will die being infected. Whatever you hear through media, all those horrible news, disastrous news, you might think that this COVID-19 is coming, rolling towards your home, and it's going to crush you, your house, your family members, and everybody that you love.
And when you watch your mind very closely throughout the day, when you listen to the radio, when you watch TV, and every time you receive or send a text message, or you read a newspaper, sometimes when you make a call to one of your friends, every word of it is unwholesome. That spoils the peace of your mind. Why you should do that? So now also, using all these raw materials as information, and you try to build your future, you animate it yourself the way you want it, and that scares you. That scares the whole family too much. We really don't have to do that. So, more than the fear, some other connecting thoughts arise in your mind, like craving and selfishness. The next moment you are discussing
how we should purchase and store food and essential things. And sometimes you over-purchase them, thinking that you need it, you need to survive. And also, you don't want to look at the other person. Other person may not have anything for today, but you are stocking it for months. This craving, this greed comes to you not because coronavirus, because it stimulates your bad thinking, defilements, and make you a bad guy. So what you are doing is collecting all bad deeds that will definitely weaken the strength of your immune system. Cannot we live a life without fear even during a period of crisis? Of course you can. The Buddha way. How do we do that? By understanding the truth of the nature, or by understanding the nature mechanism of it. So we all know that when we come to humanity, when we are born in the human race, so we sign an agreement that we all need to age. We all need to fall into hundreds of sicknesses, and we all need to die. And that death happens for many hundreds and thousands of reasons. So ask this question from you. Is it this coronavirus that cause you to die? Is it only this coronavirus will cause you to be sick? This is all our imagination. We all fall sick. We all die. By understanding this, you can develop some peace in your mind. And that peace is very important, because most of the time that kind of a serenity in your mind can save you from hundreds of other sicknesses too, including coronavirus. So if you happen to die, it is not because of the coronavirus. It is because you are born. This is what Buddha says. Now it is clear that what is happening to our body is one, and what is happening to our mind is another. Maybe we cannot protect our body as such, but of course we can protect our mind. That is why we need the wisdom comes into play. Always Buddha teachings shows us the truth of the nature, and there are rules. When we understand the rules of nature, it is very easy to keep our mind healthy and happy. But we should know how to do that. First, we must know the basic rules of nature. Rule number 1. The Buddha says all states are conditioned. What do you mean by that? Maybe one or more reasons have got together to make a state of happening. The moment we can change or destroy the reasons, we can destroy or change the fruit also. So rule number 1 is all states are conditioned. Rule number 2 is all conditioned states are not stable. They are changing every thought moment. Thought moment is very, very small than a second. You can call it a moment. So they are changing every moment of our life. So all conditioned states are not stable. And in Pali we call it anicca. Rule number 2 is not accepting. Rule number 1 is dukkha, suffering. Not accepting things are unstable. all states are anicca, is dukkha. So what is rule number 3? Rule number 4 is not believing that you can manipulate, control, and you can make yourself an exemption of rule number 1 and 2 is called not self, or in Pali we call it anatta. As far as you stick on to these 4 rules, you are very safe. Your mind is very safe. So it is a choice of ours whether we die in fear and with suffering, or we die without. And believing in the next life, that destination will be decided by not the way you die, how you die. More than the death, it is a must that we live our life happily and with calmness and serenity. That is what we really want. That's why we do all these things in our life. How do we bring forth the wisdom taught by Buddha to our life so that we can bring the serenity into our turbulent mind? Number 1, first we must understand the rules of the nature. That is by being mindful. Mindfulness is for that. Number 2, changing our mindset, changing our thinking pattern by being meditative. Meditation is upgrading, developing the state of your mind. So yesterday I had this attitude, yesterday I had that mindset, but with the wisdom I have changed that to this today. So you have developed the state of your mind. So being meditative, you try and change the mindset of your attitudes. So what is number 3 is dealing with any crisis, whether it's small or big, with wisdom, with the new mindset. That is, we call disciplining. That is how we train our mind. Good way. Now you will understand that training our mind, or in brief, let me say this, every moment of your life you must be introspective and get rid of all wrong habits and try to bring forth new habits so that it is very helpful to our life. The wisdom and the serenity did not come from anywhere, from outside. It was there in your mind always. But we didn't know about that until the Buddha appears into this world and told us so, taught us so. And this wisdom was there in your mind. And by being mindful, by being meditative, by being disciplined, you can upgrade, or you can take this wisdom gradually, little by little, bit by bit into your life. And every time you do that, it is the peace of tranquility. It is a moment of peace. It is the moment of pure happiness. Now we'll find that every moment of your life is a wholesome thought. Wholesome thoughts produce wholesome speech and wholesome deeds. So this enrich your life, this enrich your body, this enrich your blood system. In brief, this enrich and make your immune system much more stronger. And sometimes we will find by acquiring even more powerful wholesome thoughts can make our body resistance even stronger. How we are going to do that? Let's see. What we can do by staying at home is not really watching the TV the whole day, and just look for possibilities of sharing government notices to unshare. Also, you can look for possibilities where you can share your food and essential items to other needy people without overstocking or overpurchasing them. And look for possibilities of helping authorities on volunteer basis. Now we know, as a preventive measure, the whole world is closed. But that had made our heart open. This is the time we really think about the natural rules of the world. By doing so, we can make a big change to our lives, everybody's life. It is by extending our compassion, loving kindness outside. First, we extend our compassion towards the people who are in difficulties and wish them very compassionately that they all may normalize soon. We all extend our compassion towards all the infected people around the world, and we really wish them they may recover soon. Extend your compassion and loving kindness towards all the devoted doctors and medical staff and scientists and volunteers, and we all wish nature and karma may repay them with all the goodness for the sacrifices they make to the world humankind. May all of them and their families will have a great health and happiness afterwards. And then next we extend our compassion and loving kindness to all the governments and leaders and authorities, media and posters for their wise decisions and the tireless work that they undergo and sacrificing their lives and putting their lives in danger sometimes to serve their nations.
गच्छामि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि